So I'm just sitting here listening to a little bit of beautiful frequency music, and I'm trying to decide which of my oracle decks I'm going to open. At the moment, we are doing a sacred healing course over in Coven, and one of the prerequisites for the new moon is to pick, consecrate, dedicate, bond with, and work with a new oracle deck. And when I say new, I don't necessarily mean brand spanking new. I just mean a deck that you haven't had all that much experience with. However, it's not just about the newness of the deck. It's about the message, the energy, and the overall arching influence that the deck can have over you during your healing process. So there are particular decks that are better at this and better for this course than others. And so I specifically went out because I work a lot with my cards. There are very few decks in my collection. That's the dog making the sound. There are very few decks in my collection that, oh, Piper, settle down. There are very few decks in my collection that I haven't had that much experience with. And also I have acquired a few oracle decks to add to my collection that I'm interested in getting to know, that I think might be suited. And I've also picked oracle decks that I don't have that much experience with from my collection. And so what I'd like to do now is unbox the Kali Oracle, because I had an absolutely, and I mean this, an absolutely incredible healing session with my best friend Erin on the Saturday, I want to say. No, it was Monday. It was a public holiday. And she came over to drop her kids off for a play date, and we sat here, and next minute a cup of tea turned into a, can I choose an oracle deck? And an oracle deck turned into a meaningful conversation, and then shuffling occurred. Meaningful conversation appears in the shuffling of, not the shuffling, but the choosing of cards. And before long, we are reading the cards together as though they were destined to appear for the both of us. And that all happened with the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Now, I must confess to having purchased the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild, and yet not really working with it all that closely for the, and I don't mean to offend anyone when I say this, but the cringy nature of the title, the White Light. It's just such an overused term, and it's very cringy to me. So no shade to anyone. I don't mean to offend anyone when I say that, but we pushed through that somewhat strange spiritual, we might call it prejudice in this instance, but no, again, it wasn't intended to be shady. And we decided that we would go for it. And lo and behold, there was the medicine, there was the healing, there was the transformative, synchronistic moment that I have been longing for. And so I'm a bit on an Alana Fairchild bandwagon at the moment. And to add to that story, one of my beautiful Coven sisters who lives in New South Wales here in Australia sent me a little love mail package. And one of the decks in this love mail package was the Kuan Yin Oracle, also by Alana Fairchild. And the deck that I have been wanting to unbox is the Kali Oracle by Alana Fairchild. So I feel like it's predestined that Alana Fairchild is going to be the person who has created the deck that I'm destined to work with for the Sacred Healing course that we are going through right now. So I'm going through an Alana Fairchild thing. So let us get in there and unbox the Kali Oracle together and see what kind of medicine, what kind of madness, what kind of intrigue, what kind of synchronicity this deck has in store for us. All right, so here we are. Got my trusty little kitchen scissors because I cannot find my other knife. Oh my god, I always get so nervous. I've put such, I don't know what to call it.
such kind of emphasis on the importance of this deck without ever having worked with it or having ever played with any of the cards. As you can see, things are expensive here in Australia. This deck cost me $34.95. Alright, so we have a matte finish for the box, and so far quite beautiful. Look at that imagery there. Special, isn't it? Second printing 2021, copyright 2021, Blue Angel, Alana Fairchild, artwork by Jimmy Manton. Alright, and we've got a bit of spot glossing there, very matte finish, bit of spot glossing there, and then the images on the back are spot glossed. Kali, the wild mother of divine grace, spiritual freedom, and radical transformation embraces your courageous soul. Kali, the wrathful goddess of supreme spiritual protection, welcomes your tender heart. Kali, the pure and ever watchful, stands against all that obstructs your fulfillment. The ego may fear her, but your true self takes comfort in her ferocious compassion and unyielding wisdom. Dance, revel, and rejoice in the presence of the Great Mother. With the empowering insight of Alana Fairchild and the striking imagery of Jimmy Manton, this unique oracle set is an offering of guidance, clarity, and healing that invokes unconditional love, divine blessing, and authentic spiritual unfoldment. Share sacred space with the goddess Kali in her many forms for a direct experience of her alchemical power. Be held in the glory of her being and behold your destiny, dedicated to your bold and tender heart for the spiritual liberation of all beings. Wow, okay. There's the side of the box. I had expected that to be red, and it did not disappoint, as per usual. Keep the page. Makes for nice petition paper. Alright, let's see how chunky. Oh, it's a doozy. It's a big one. Alana Fairchild has a reputation for writing very toothy, very gritty, very meaty guidebooks, and that's part of her charm and her allure. If you do not like long-form oracle guidebooks, then perhaps this is not for you. However, you will find her structure and her insight to be incredibly compassionate and deeply spiritual, very soulful. She reaches into the deeper parts of who you are, and she sort of moves and tickles things around. I find her to be incredibly insightful and such a well of spiritual guidance, especially in her guidebooks. So we can see here invocation ritual, we have a mantra, oh, that's a beautiful image. Look at that. Jimmy Manton does such good work. So we have smaller thumbnails, and we have the traditional oracular lineup. The sun just came out then. And then we have the development of the story and the spiritual wisdom. And then we have an invocation ritual. We have a prayer. We have a mantra. And that seems to be the layout across the cards. This is a 223 page guidebook. We have an apt introduction. Quite a prolonged introduction, I would say. Wow. A note to Tantra, sacred work with this deck, suggested card layouts, 2 card, 3 card, session for sacred surrender. Ooh. And then we have the card meaning. So you've got to get to 40 pages here prior to even getting to the what have you, the crux of the card meanings. So very, very tasty looking guidebook. Really, really quite enthusiastic about it. All right. Bit of a plastic sleeve. I would like to see that in paper moving forward. So this is the backing of the card, or the deck I should say. It's a deep mauvey purple, Sanskrit sort of sigil inscription there. Alright, we're going to do a flip through. How do we feel about that? I hope we feel good. I can't even begin to pronounce some of these words. Smashana. Oh, that's so evocative. Just the blue is so radiant. Amazing. Wow, card number 3. I'm not even going to try and pronounce. I'm not even going to try. I've decided it feels like a trap to my little dyslexic ADHD brain. My brain really wants to read it though. Look at that. Wow, I'm kind of feeling a bit overwhelmed by it, to be perfectly honest. It feels so big in its energy. This feels like a different, these two, no. That feels even more fitting. This just feels so different in there. Feels like separate artwork. I don't know why. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my god, I got the goosebumps. I can feel this one in my chest. I can really feel it in my heart chakra. Wow. That is intense. The intensity, the radiant intensity coming off this deck is incredible. The striking reds and the vibrant blues and greens are just so sumptuous. I'm not surprised that the Kali Oracle holds such big energy. Bit ghastly, but yet highly effective. Highly, highly effective. Wow, we've got a chakra there. This is stunning. The tones of orange and yellow, and then the deep dark mauves and the black. It's incredible. Look at the iridescent eyes. I'm really taken aback by it. Wow, it's been such a long time since I've unboxed a deck that has made me a little bit speechless. I want more tarot decks like this. So far I've been finding such splendor and such beauty and such joy in oracle decks. And I feel like I'm cheating on my main squeeze that is tarot. Oh my gosh. Stunning, just stunning. How beautiful is it? I love the colors in this. Just so striking. Oh, the baby. Oh, that's so sweet. Lotus. I believe these are lunar phases. Sacred geometric patterns. Damn. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is so creepy and awesome. We're at card 32 here. Beautiful tones, just beautiful colors. Very bronze-like, statuesque. It's very heart chakra. Wow. And yet we have another one, very different to the primary art style. Incredible. Oh, the detail. Just beautiful. It's so beautiful. I feel so genuinely moved by it. Wow. Stunning, stunning. You must tell me what you think. Stunning. Oh my gosh, I'm just so speechless. Incredible. That is the whole entire deck. Should we give it a shuffle? Let's give it a little shuffle, shall we? We might just do a little smoke cleanse. That will do, just a light little smoke cleanse. Alright, let's give it a loose little shuffle. Like I said, I'm assessing this deck as a potential candidate for the Sacred Healing course. And so I was very keen to unbox it. Alright, I'm going to this one. feel. I'm gonna get the guidebook ready for the action that is to come. Oh. Okay, 41. It is a 44 card deck, in case you didn't know. I don't think I've said it. Okay, here we have, there is spiritual intelligence within your soul. It is the genius of becoming, of ripening from potential into glorious manifestation. Intimate communion with your own heart will reveal what it is you truly yearn for and set the process in motion for that yearning to be satisfied. The holy fire is Kali, and she is within your soul. Follow the yearning, seek the light, let yourself burn bright for what inspires you, and you shall see the path to fruition clearly before you believe in what it is meant to be. The name Krishno. Oh, like I said, I don't want to bastardize and I don't want to pronounce it. Translates as you are fire. Agni is the two-headed deity of fire and a potent symbol of supernatural power. On the physical level, fire generates light and heat to cook food, thereby representing both transformation and nourishment of the life force. The inner digestive fires that metabolize food and allow us to gain nutrients represent the inner nourishment of fire and symbolize the soul's need to digest our life experiences for spiritual growth. Fire can create purification for regeneration, such as that seen in a forest after it simultaneously burns away old growth and stimulates new seeds. In that sense, it is also the power of ripening, of bringing something from an idea or potential into fruition and fulfillment of innate purpose. On a spiritual level, fire attracts the soul, helping to find its way through darkness towards warmth and light. The life-enhancing and alchemical properties of fire transform physical materials as well as the subtle body of the soul. The appearance of Krishna in a reading indicates the tremendous potential for personal transformation and spiritual growth. You may feel like you are struggling, but your soul is actually gaining strength. What you desire may seem so far beyond your current reach, yet the oracle indicates your inner potential for tremendous accomplishment. The Hindu texts say that Agni exists not only as fire, but as lightning and the sun itself. Lightning is a symbol of sudden illumination that emerges unexpectedly, often in the midst of a tremendous psychological or emotional storm. In that sense, Agni is the power to see with clarity. Such a powerful and searing insight can be intense enough to uproot a stubborn psychological pattern permanently. This is one reason why Kali is known as the first of the 7 tongues of Agni, the divine fire. The jolt of her uprising wisdom, the severity of her suddenly bestowed clarity can burn down the house we have built. We can no longer sustain a comfortable delusion. We must become honest with ourselves or change our approach to a situation based on the new information available. There is a temporary loss to gain greater freedom, to grow on all levels. As the sun, Agni represents the light that ends the darkness, yet Kali, the divine mother of dark grace, is the first of the tongues of divine fire. This is the key to Kali's mysteries. It differentiates her from the concept of darkness as an evil or obstructive force against our spiritual awakening. Kali leads us into darkness to free us, not to impede our progress. She destroys in order to create, not just to annihilate. In that sense, her divine darkness is light. This is the mystery of Kali and why we can trust her so implicitly, understanding that sometimes It is only in moving through the dark times that we become aware of what is needed to live with more light. As a tongue of fire, Kali Krishna consumes all offerings. She is the divine capacity to receive our prayers, our pain, our craziness, and our graceful heroism. She receives it all. She not only receives it, but as fire she transforms the offerings so it can nourish, heal, revitalize, and purify the soul. This is divine feminine energy. Kali is the divine alchemist, and because she is a tantric goddess, if we offer her even our most broken and messed up selves with a sense of reverence and humility, she will accept the offering and manifest grace from it. There is a deeper purpose to making an offering, the opening up of a channel between ourselves and the divine. The divine doesn't need to be cajoled into loving or wanting to help us. It is human. It is the human that needs help, dragging the mind away from a fixation on what is wrong into the openness and presence that allows for divine grace to flow and for us to receive it. While the offering appears to be about what we are giving, it is enabling the capacity to receive. It may seem like offerings are tokenistic, but a true offering is hard to give. It is hard because it requires that we shift our presence, our state of mind and being. The more we do this, the greater the offering. It matters less what the form of our offering is, but more how it affects us internally. The Oracle of Krishna brings the message that whatever you need and desire, you can have. However, you must be prepared to enter into the sacred fire to make the appropriate offering. When we choose to make the supreme offering of ourselves to Kali, we are fully received and thus activate the flow of grace in our lives for the spiritual benefit of all. The Oracle asks you to shift from focusing on what isn't working to immersion into the Divine Mother's heart. All can be resolved and shall manifest according to her loving grace. And then we have an invocation ritual. Woo! I don't know about you, but I feel a little bit spiritually ravaged. Holy moly, I was not ready for that. I feel like a little anxious, a little scared, a little like, whoa, just whoa, which is precisely how I wanted to feel. Precisely the kind of effect that I was anticipating from this deck. I just knew it had some medicine in it for me. And I feel that because we are focusing on our sacred healing journeys in Coven at this moment in time through my sacred healing course, I needed a oracle deck, specifically oracle and not tarot for various reasons, specifically an oracle deck that would kick some ass. And I think I have found her. I think I have found the deck that I will be working with. And for that, I am very, very grateful. So, my beautiful souls, please tell me what you thought of this most alluring, powerful, incredible oracle deck, the Kali Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I would love to know what your thoughts are on the deck. Tell me everything. All your impressions, all your perceptions, all of your insights. Give it to me straight.
Didn't I tell you that the Kali Oracle just would not disappoint? Alana Fairchild for the win. That's all I've got to say. Alana Fairchild has just blown me away with the soulfulness of her work. For me, when it comes to Alana Fairchild, it's far less about the imagery, although the imagery within the cards are beautiful. It's more about the magic that she infuses into her guidebooks, which are quite meaty, quite chunky. You can really sink your teeth into her guidebooks because there's a lot. And she doesn't scrimp on detail. She makes sure that she gets everything out. And that's part of the reason why she holds a very specific, very particular place in my oracle card collection, because of the soulfulness of her writing, because of the insightfulness of her guidebooks, and just the synchronistic, that's the word I'm looking for, healing potential that her cards in accompaniment with the guidebook unlock for us all. And so, with all of that said and done, my beautiful souls, thank you so much for hanging out with me today for this wild and beautiful unboxing of the Kuan Yin Oracle by Alana Fairchild. If you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share it around if you know of someone who could really benefit from a deck like this. Take care, much love, and many blessings.